that what you need, it shall come to pass. Come on, choir, help me. I'm standing on his promise. I'm leaning on his word. I'm trusting in him, in his righteousness. Believing every word he told me. If he said it, he's gonna do it. It shall come to pass. Come on, Trinity. I'm standing on his promises, and I'm leaning on his word. Trusting, yeah, believing every word he said. If he said it, he'll do it, and it shall come to pass. No, 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 no. Lift your hand. All his promises are, yeah, yeah. If he said it, it shall come to pass. I decree it and I declare it, that all your troubles will soon be over. It shall come to pass. All your desires that the Lord will give to you, it's gonna come to pass. You gotta believe in the word of God and know that he can do it for you. It shall come to pass. It shall. This is your season. Tell God yes. Just give God a yes. It's gonna work out in your favor. Yes, it will. Listen, for the Bible declares in Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11, so shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I sent it. Come on, Pia, help me say, yeah, it shall come. Your time is now. Your season is now. Don't you worry. Lift up your hand. All ye gates, and the King of glory, he's showing up, gonna come in. Yeah, if he said it, he will do it. Believe in God's word. It will return to you, boy. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. He's more than a hold you up. He's gonna give you what you need. If he said it, he will do it. For your life. God is right there. Victory is yours. Celebrate the King. Your season's right now. Your season's right now. And all it shall come. Yeah.
And happy Tuesday. We're not on Monday, we're on Tuesday, and I'm happy to be here. I'm not going to be very long with this show. I wasn't even going to go live today, but I left a post and it kind of went crazy. So I kind of want to jump on and kind of talk about it. Whew, whew. Man. I didn't think it would do that. Some of you just hell bent on misunderstanding people, but we're going to clear it up tonight. Hopefully, you can hear it from my perspective or whatever. But the first things first, I want to get to the show, and hopefully, everybody's doing okay. Hopefully, everybody's doing blessed and doing their thing and making things happen, whether you're playing for artists locally or your local church or whatever. I'm hoping everybody's doing their thing, and I'm proud of what I've been seeing. A lot of great music has been coming out. I will be playing a new song next week. I'm going to start promoting a lot of indie artists in their their music. I'm always going to ask you, can I play your song and or whatever, and put whatever to it. But I think it's a lot of music out here that I don't feel is being heard. It goes to Apple Music, and then we all. So anything I can do to help you come from this quote unquote graveyard, I think a lot of times people don't even know your music is out. They haven't heard it. And because we're hearing so much music, sometimes, you just get lost in the shuffle. But anything I can do to help you, if it just means playing it to my little, few views that I can have, if it helps you, then I will do it for you. Okay. So anyway, I saw this post and it was shared a long time ago, but I wanted to post it again so everybody can, kind of give your little input on it. Hopefully you hear me. I'm not struggle streaming. But I want you guys to check out this post. It's going to slide in right here, pause. It said, if I could change anything about the modern church, if it's asking what the article actually goes into detail. If you can find it online, you can just run a search, you'd see it. But when I saw it, one of the things that I wish I could change, especially here lately, is how messy we can be. Isn't it amazing that when somebody has a supernatural blessing, a healing, or whatever, that doesn't take long. It takes forever for people to find out about it. You got a new album coming out, or you're proud of the work you're doing on said album. It takes forever for it to circulate. But when it's bad, or when it's negative, or toxic, it finds its way around super fast. I never really understood that, and it's been here forever. It ain't just popped up overnight. It's always been this way in our church. The mess finds it, or the negativity finds its way around easily. But good news, good news, great things, those things don't find this way as fast. And I would think anywhere else, you can kind of live with that. The news or something like that, they're always going to bring up something negative. Somebody got, dealt with or whatever, something bad happened. The news will always cover it. But I'm thinking in church, we used to have this thing called testimony service where everybody just talks about the good stuff or whatever. But then that started getting crazy. We literally had people testifying negative things. Why are we always so stuck on negative? Let me be clear. If there is dirt or something, a story about me, there is no better storyteller than me. So if you really have itching ears and you really, really just must know, try asking the source, because I will either tell you where to go or I will be truthful. I don't think, instead of just coming up with rumors like y'all did with the Teddy Campbell thing, everybody had they say so. And it was amazing to me. Some people that I see all up on his page glazing like donuts had something negative to say. But you did not inbox him and ask him his perspective. Not saying I'm defending anything he's done. I'm just saying we should be in the habit, before we become part of the mess, maybe we should talk to the person. But some of us, messy is just who we are. You just messy. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that messy follows you. It's just people, trust me, mess just follows you. I'm not trying to go too deep, but trust me, I know. It's a lot of messy people. But the thing is, I've always been this kind of person. If you want to know, just call me, text me, inbox me. If it's worth me sharing, I will. So don't go by what you heard. Go by what you know. In Jesus' name. Or maybe mind your own business. Well, that's something we can't do in church either, Janetta. We cannot mind our own business to save our life. If it's business to be put out there, we gonna put it out there. We gonna talk about it. We gonna gossip about it. But for some reason, the people involved, we never call. We never have a conversation with. We just go by the narratives. And then when that person starts to talk, everybody's looking shocked. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I think we should really, really just have a habit of going to the people. Don't go by gossip. Don't go by he said, she said. Call and ask the person. Call and text them. Ask them their perspective, because you'll find that some people will tell you the truth. Now, the thing is, a lot of you can't handle it. You can't handle, do I even got that? Please, God, do I even have that? Oh, God, I don't have it. I used to have that. You can't handle the truth. Oh, man, I feel bad. I need to get that one. I used to have a whole line of them. Oh, man, you can't handle the truth. I feel sad because I really want that. I think that would be dope to have it. You can't handle the truth. But anyway, I'm going to continue. Let's go on with the show. I got quite a few things I want to discuss tonight, mostly what you're here to discuss if you are here. Nah, keep it away from me then. I don't even want to hear it. Right. Well, yeah, that part of it. Okay, let's go on. Now, fellas, y'all know I always talk about the war paint. I always talk about, sometimes women wear a lot of makeup, whatever. But lately, we've been overdoing it with our enhancements. Now, I'm okay with the enhancements. Some of my friends are barbers, and when I tell you they kill it, Zach kills it. What's his name? Bass player. He cuts hair too. Oh man, what's his name? Harry? I forgot his name, but he's dope. He posts his stuff online. I need to get it into the old mind of mine. But yeah, I'm okay with the enhancements and everything. I am. But when it's to the point where it's really noticeable, it's a problem. Like, Larry, that's it. Four. Dude did everything he could to keep that away from his head. Now, I will be honest, y'all. Being honest, there are some no drip enhancements you can use. I think Tune 45 has it. Get Beam uses it. Chris Basio. These are all internet barbers. If you're a barber, you know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not sure 360 Jeezy uses it, but it's quite a few of them use what they call a no drip enhancement. And what it does when you spray it on the hair, when you sweat and everything, no matter what you do, it will not move. That's what you kind of need if you're gonna be wearing all that spray stuff, because it is embarrassing. Somebody wipes your head, pause, and it's white and it turns black, look like soot on the cloth. So I think it's better if you're gonna wear enhancements, make sure that you're not using the stuff that wipes off easily. I think what is it, Topics? It's a spray that they use, like it's for fibers or something like that. You actually are supposed to seal that with something. I know they make something now that makes sure that it lasts. So it is certain things that you can use, fellas. If we gonna be if we're gonna be putting hair on bald spots, we need to make sure we use the stuff, the no drip stuff. That's always good. I'm team enhancements, y'all. I don't mind people using enhancements to darken our beards, you know what I'm saying, covering the grays. I don't mind. But when it looked like somebody took you to a paint shop, like I literally saw somebody last night, I'm not gonna say the name, the wife was watching it with me, and literally you can see the enhancement. It's not supposed to be seen. It's supposed to blend with the fade. It's supposed to look natural. If we can see the paint, then it ain't looking natural. And so we need to do better. We need to do better. But anyway, my drummer friends, we are playing drums. Or if you play drums, I'm pretty sure you've worried about this. If you've gone to a church and they actually have a cage up, and the cage, you wondering, is this sturdy enough to handle? Like churches now are building boots and everything. But what is that? The Clear Sonics? I don't trust those. And the reason why I don't trust them, because stuff like this.
Set us free in the name of Jesus.
Take it off.
Oh God, send your minister angels now in the mighty Jesus. Yo, take it off. Take it off.
Stuff like that. That would make me be like, oh no, I don't need this. Because if it's falling apart, then it's not good for us. Now, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I've literally seen this happen numerous times. I don't know what it is about the clear sinus, or if that's what the name of it is, why they always fall apart. And why most of the time I go to a church and they have that, it's usually not well kept. I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like sometimes, no offense, drummers, y'all not the most tidy. Y'all be having that whole section looking jacked up. Not all of y'all. Y'all a sensitive bunch. Not all of y'all, but you know who I'm talking about. It's fried chicken over there. It's so we walk over there. It don't smell good. It just don't smell good over there, and it'd be crazy up in there. Like walking into I remember I was at a church, and the bass player had to go through, which was weird. You had to go through the drum cage to get to the area where the bass was. You literally had to go through the drum cage. But when I tell you, it was some stuff that happened, and I wasn't happy with it. It didn't smell right. It didn't smell right. And so we need to do better. Now, let's get to why we're really here. I saw a video that was posted, and it triggered me to leave a post. But before I get to that post, I want you to check something out so you would know, so you can hear my side. So we are clear, because some of y'all, I had a glass follow me while I was playing bass. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy, Kaylin. We ain't doing that. But let me show you this video. Y'all can tell me what y'all think about it, but I'm going to give my points on the other side. Here we go.
That's it, missionary. I just need a few folks to rock with me. The song says, salvation shall be afraid. Lord, my salvation, whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? I will wait on you. I will wait on you. Yeah. I will trust in you. I don't need everybody. I just need 2 or 3. I will trust in you. Come on, Pete. Listen one more. The Lord. The Lord is my salvation. Come on. Who shall fear? Come on. Who shall be afraid? The Lord is my salvation.
So, they use stems. They use stems, and they used a lot of programming to do that song. When I first heard it, I thought it was dope. I thought it was great. I thought it was creative. I thought it was pretty decent. My only thing would be to let the praise team know so they can know the intro. I mean, we've all been there or whatever. And honestly, from that side, I can honestly say we've done it. I've done it. But at the end of it all, I love the creativity. I love the stems. I actually love the stems. And I'm somebody has gone on record saying I do not prefer stems. I don't like stems like that. Now, do I run stems? Yes. I run stems for an artist. I've run stems in church, but I'm not an advocate for stems. That's just my opinion. And my opinion should not make you triggered. Put your manis away. If I don't like stems, I just don't like stems. I'm allowed to have a preference. It's just like somebody saying, well, I don't like smooth jazz. And you're going to rip him up because he don't like smooth jazz? No, people have preferences. So I'm a person, I believe musicians should be playing. I believe musicians should be playing. I believe every aspect. Don't give me guitar licks and loops if we have a guitar player. Don't play horn licks when we got horn players. Don't play auxiliary stuff and you have an aux player. That's just my opinion. But it shouldn't make you be so worried about. I'm not trying to hit your pockets. I'm not trying to take your job. I'm definitely not trying to do that. I'm just trying to say, I just prefer us to play it, you know? So Darwin Hobbs, you may not know who he is, but call the name of Jesus. This guy, he has something to say about stems.
What's up, family? Happy Sunday. I've had a great morning watching different services, and it's my last Sunday kind of here at home before heading back to my family in New York to lead worship and be with them. But I still have enjoyed watching you guys. But let me just tell y'all, if you're going to use stems, then you need to make sure you got a what is it, audio engineer that knows exactly what they're doing and that knows how to mix that stuff. Because guess what? It's a huge revelation, a huge exposure, and a huge. It, y'all are throwing yourselves under the bus because when those stems cut off, then what we're hearing on this end is not terribly pleasant to the ear. So if you're going to use stems and those perfect vocals, then make sure that you're see, I'm from the old school, you guys. Y'all get mad at me, but I really don't like stems. If they're going to enhance trained, executed vocals in real time, then fine. If you're going to use them to beef up the sound, and if there's like a lot of intricate parts that you just can't, that were recorded and you can't, kind of duplicate those live, then by all means, go ahead with your stems. But listen, y'all better know how to sing those outside of those stems. I'm from the old school. Get in rehearsal, learn your parts, and sing, which means you got to have people on your team that can sing. Okay? So that's heart and art working together. You got to have both. Can't just be anointed and then have no skill. That's a distraction. Hello? Hayabahisha. So listen, get in there and rehearse. Train your folks. Rehearse, shed, sing, execute your parts. And if you still need stems to kind of enhance that, fine. Emphasis heavy on the enhance because and when the stems, if you're going to use them, make them mixed, kind of, balanced out. Because when the stems cut out, then we're listening like, what just happened? So, because the real time vocals, they can't be a mess, and the stems are just perfection. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we as artists, we want to sing our songs, and we got our tracks and the vocals that we used on our album. We want to put those into the exchange. I get it. But see, I don't really like stems because I want to go where I want to go. And I don't feel like I got to be looking at the MD to tell me. I hate that because I'm driving the car. If I want to turn left, I'm going left. So if you're going to use stems, then MD, you better be well versed on, what is it, Ableton or whatever that's Logic, whatever y'all use, them softwares. You better know how to, in a moment, press the button because I might want to do the other part 16 more times. All right, I love y'all. Just, keep it balanced and sing for real.
So he said, sing for real. I say, sing and play for real. But, you know, some of us, I like singing too. And I actually wrote a song for this moment. It goes something like this. Married to the stems, married to the stems. That's all you know how to do is press the stems. You're rocking left to right, nobody else in sight, 'cause all you know how to do is play with the stems. You're married to it. You can't do nothing without stems, some of you, which is crazy to me because you guys are great musicians. And some of you actually took this and thought I was attacking young people. I'm not attacking young musicians. I didn't attack nobody. What started this? I have been seeing, and some of you have called me I literally saw somebody play one of the songs that I recorded. I was MD on this said recording and literally played our whole track with the choir, not just the loop, not just the horns, not the aux stuff, the whole thing. Like vocals, guitar, keys, aux stuff, horns. I'm like, what in the world is this? And that's why I left this post and I said simply, why are we using real stems from the artist? Nowhere did I say stems, period, because some of you are actually taking the time out. I know I've done it, taking the time out to make stems for a service. You've either downloaded stuff or whatever, or you made your own beats. Me personally, I only purchase and I supply when I do guitar stems. I don't use the stuff y'all try to send to me. I go to this person's page and I buy their stuff. I go to their website and I buy and download their material. And no, I don't share their material around. That's wrong too. I'm gonna get on that in a minute. But I actually do that. And I do my own drum programming. I just listen. If I use multi-track, and the only time I ever did is because it was something with a loop or a note that I wanted to hear. But I ended up just hitting RC. You know, it was one song he recorded. So I hit his inbox and said, hey, yo, what's this note? He told me the note. And then with that same multi-track, I heard what was happening with the loop, and I made my loop kind of similar, but I added my own thing to it. That's all I do. So I'm not against people using stems in church. I think it could be a great thing. If your church is actually a production church where you actually are doing productions, I don't see why you can't use stems. Never did I say you can't use stems. I have said I don't particularly care for stems. I go on record saying that. Like I said, I play for a couple of artists that use stems. You know, I'm MD for one, I'm play bass for a couple of others. It doesn't matter to me. If I'm just, first of all, I don't bring drama to the MD. If the MD want to use stems, my job is to shut up and play bass. I leave my opinions unless I'm asked. I wish a lot of us had that kind of professionalism where you ain't the MD, you follow, but that's another subject. But I don't get on people and say, oh God, you're using stems. No, I'm not saying that. And I didn't say that here. I'm a one band at my church. I absolutely use stems to make the joint sound full, but I'll take a loop sample here, a guitar brass sample there. Here's the thing, and this is something else I wanted you guys to know. I'm not necessarily even talking about churches where you got an organ and just drums. Obviously, you need bass. Obviously, you want keyboard or whatever, aux and horns and stuff like that. I'm not even saying that. This ain't for you. I'm talking about the people who actually go the full mile. You literally got people in your band. You got a partridge in a pear tree over there, but you calling me up, hey, can I have the stems to? No, I'm only gonna give you the drum loop and maybe an instrument that you may need, like maybe a sound effect, or aux or whatever. But nowhere in hell I'm giving you the vocals. I'm not giving you the vocals. Why should I give you? That's dumb to me. I'm sorry, that's dumb to me. Why should I give you New G vocals? Why should I give you any of these vocals? Why should I give you Kevin's vocals or anybody else vocals that I played for? If I'm MDing, you ain't getting the vocals from me. You may get the drum loop, you may get some aux stuff, but I'm people who literally sat in the gig on gigs that I played. And if I couldn't make it, or maybe Ricky's doing a workshop, you literally are using those full, not just the loop, the full performance at your church. And some people are using our real performances, not the record stuff, the stuff we do on our performance when we go live. What? Why? Why are you doing that? That's what I was saying. If we gonna have, and some of y'all, I really, really hate that we're not the most mentally capable people sometimes. Slow down. Understand when somebody's being hyperbolic and not literally. You cannot afford any artist that I play for, maybe the local ones that I play for, you could probably afford them. I didn't mean you should go out and get Ricky now. Your church is not gonna pay 30 something, whatever he's charging to come to your church. It was meant to be hyperbole. Say that word with me. That means not to be taken literally. No way did I say this to say go. When I say pay them, that wasn't me saying literally go pay them. I know you can't. I'm saying if you're going to actually play every part of our recording, why are you up there? You ain't ministering. You literally ain't ministering. You not. You the Milli Vanilli of singing church music. You should be up there lip syncing, and everybody should act like you doing the studio recording. If you've never done a studio recording, let me tell you, I was on Sunday's Best one time, and I didn't play not one note. I was literally up there lip syncing when we did it. Go look, New G's on there. It was during the pandemic. I ain't played not one note. That was me doing mimes. You might as well be doing Milli Vanilli up there because it ain't you singing. It's not you playing. It's none of that. That's what I'm saying. When did we get to this point? When I was coming up, we love to play songs like the record, or at the bare minimum, add our own flavor to these recorded songs. Because every church has their own vibe, every ministry or artist, locally or whatever, they have their own vibe. So the way that they do the song would be, perfect. Why are you using ours? So y'all, some of them got upset, went back and forth with me like I didn't know the music business. Excuse me. I've been in this longer than you probably been alive. I understand the business side of it. I go to the mailbox at least 3-4 times a year and get the check that says it. But I'm not talking about that. I understand that it existed a long time ago. I understand people seen the tracks. This ain't nothing new. But what I'm saying, I feel like you're being lazy by actually, with this, not creating stems. You literally have to do work. I'm talking just simply downloading another artist's work and doing it verbatim, including vocals. Literally. So what are you actually playing? I'm literally watching some of your lives and I'm watching your hands and I'm wondering, and I'm sorry, what are you playing? Because it seemed like this is doing the work. Now, let me go here as a professional musician. I'm worried for some of us because once that computer stopped running and you literally got to play, what you going to give us? What you going to give us? Because if you got everything and the circuits playing in this little box over here, when it's time to really, really play, what do you have? Because we hear all the lines, we hear all the runs and the major stuff. Then when we see you play, it's plink, 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 plink. No, your wrist is strong. That's the only thing you know how to do is space bar. You got the space bar motion going down real smooth. That's what you do best. You can move the space bar. You can move the space bar. That's your move. That's your go-to move. Every musician I know has a go-to move. Every single one of us some of us got more than one, but you got one. I got some that I do. We all got our signature stuff. This is yours. Spacebar. Spacebar. Oh, wait. And transpose. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying, this your favorite move. And I think that right now, technology has kind of spoiled us. It has kind of spoiled us because now we lean on it too much, in my opinion. We're musicians. We should be playing this stuff. We're singers. We should be singing this stuff. I don't like stems at all, y'all. Y'all can say what you want. I don't like them. Give me a drum loop to keep us in time, and let's go. We can go to the top. Now, we got technology. I even set up Reaper. I just talked about it last week, where I got Reaper set up where I can go any part of the song, just like Ableton. Hit this, keep playing. It's going to go to that part. If he mess up, okay, boom. He said that. He wanted to be able to go there. You better quit with Ableton. But you got to let us know the song first. Don't show up 20 minutes before the set, say, hey, I want to do this XYZ. No, you're going to do it to format now because I didn't have time to set this junk up. Because even you still got to set it up where it's the parts of the songs are separated. The computer's not going to know where we're going. So I'm pressing the button and the computer gonna be like, okay, you're going where? You're going to wherever this thing is going to. So you can set that up. But me personally, I just I don't like stems. I don't. I don't really think I didn't come up with stems. We sang. I didn't come up with stems. We played. So I'm sorry if that's hurting your feelings, but I'm allowed to have my opinion. And nowhere did I disgrace anybody. I am saying it's a problem for some of us because we lean on it so much that we spending so much time on the computer, we're not spending enough time on our instrument. So when people hire you, because they will come hire you, I'm wondering what they're hiring you for. Now, if you found your niche, go for it. Because some of us have found the niche. I'm not saying you can't. But if you saying I'm on keys, you not on keys, you on computer. You not on keys. We don't see you playing keys. We see you stroking the space bar. That's what we see. And if that's your thing, go for it. If it's making you money, go for it. But don't say you keys. You not. Don't say you a singer. You not. Don't say you doing all of these things because you not. You actually literally, and if you are, then do it with your own stuff. Why are you taking artist stuff and doing it? Good Lord. What do you say? Hey, what's up, Carice? Let me see what he said. That's why it needs to be a different conversation with these artists business wise. Why can't the artists resell performance stills and get paid multiple times? But the people who played the stills, bro, ask my wife. I was just talking, and my friend, one of my best friends, Cimarron, we was talking about it today. That's a whole nother conversation, Carice, actually, because we don't do our due diligence. Because I know this is radical, but some people have even said, Derek, we playing you on Sunday morning. Pause. Is that a pause? No matter. Let's continue. They're using bass tracks for Sunday mornings or the concerts or whatever. They're using tracks that I've recorded. So they're going to wherever they getting it from, multi-tracks or whatever. And far as I understood from the research I've done and what I've known over the years, I think the record label's getting paid. I surely ain't. I'm getting paid on streams and all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because I know people still getting these multi-tracks. And when I go get to the mailbox and I get that check, it ain't saying nothing like that. It ain't. It ain't mentioning that stuff. The stuff that is mentioned ain't got nothing to do with that. Somebody's being paid. And even if they are, they not paying me what I would have made had I played that service or had I played that gig or had I played that set. You're literally playing the full performance of me playing, and I'm not getting a dime from it. That's something when we sign these work for hire contracts with these record labels or these artists, we need to make sure that that is covered, that when they get paid or the artist record label get paid, nah. But see, some of y'all, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Because I'm trying not to, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good today. I'm really trying to be good. Y'all don't know how hard it is for me to bite my tongue on some things because I really kind of want to go there, but I'm not. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good, y'all. But I think I'm radical. I think we should be paid per performance. Every time you hit that space bar, y'all look, take this. Y'all let y'all have it. You not a keyboard player, you're space bar. You space bar, you don't play. But every time you hit the space bar and it's me playing, I should be paid what you would have paid a bass player. Some of y'all okay with this. And y'all okay with these stems and everything else, and that's fine. But I think when you think about it from an artist perspective or somebody who's a recording musician perspective, you may not see me playing. You may not, but trust me, I record a lot. I do. I do a lot of work here. My wife could attest to it. I'm either creating music, writing music, putting music to people's lyrics. I'm doing that. I think we should be compensated well. And unfortunately, with gospel music, we hardly ever get a real wage of what we would get if we wasn't doing gospel music. So I think that's another reason why some artists or musicians are really saying something because we already are not getting what we should. Now that's on us. We could say no, but it's gonna get done because if we say no, some idiot up the street gonna do it for less. You shouldn't be doing recordings for $300. Unless, of course, you have a relationship, and even then, that's sketchy. Because that person's gonna turn around, assuming they album gonna end up in the graveyard. Because this is where a lot of our albums go. It goes straight from your pen to a graveyard. But that's another live too. My wife gonna be on that live because I'm gonna sit down and let her just go. But I just think that when I was saying this, it wasn't a knock to people who use stems. It wasn't. It was. I'm not gonna take a shot at people for doing what they need to do. Some people need it for their church. Fine. But I'm thinking if it was me, and it's just me, I'm going to create my own stem based off of what I heard them do. I'm not going to take their stems. I'm not going to take their vocals. And it brings me to this point. It's one thing for you to say, I'm using your stems because whatever, but are you buying it? Because I know for a fact some of you ain't buying it. You passing it around like you do these other chicks. You passing them around. You're not even supporting the artist. You're not paying for these stems. Somebody downloads it and then they share it with the world. So is this what we doing? It'd be different if everybody was doing it and you literally was doing it the right way. I probably would feel less about it, but I know you not. Why? Because you calling me for them. How bold can you be to call the MD asking for stems? You literally calling me, D, let me get those stems. You're not getting them. You're not getting them. I'm not sending stems out of nobody I've ever worked with. Nobody. Because you didn't pay for them. They actually paid their money. A lot of these, especially indie artists, they paid money. They didn't have a record label backing them. So how dare you ask for their stems that they have to pay for? And a lot of these indie artists don't have music on multi-tracks. You getting them through somebody sharing them. And I'm telling the indie artists what you need to do is get your website and let them download it from you. Come to your website and set it up where they have to download your stems and your loops and everything else from you. Do it that way until you can get, some label or whatever. But they ain't going to do nothing but pull that real big one out on you. And the next thing you know, you're going to be laid up on some record label table and they just going to be messing you up. Because that's all record labels do. That's what they do best. So no, understand, when I speak on Facebook, a lot of stuff I'm doing it's not to be taken literally. You're not gonna call Ricky Dillard or anybody else on no Sunday morning. You're not gonna do that. Why? But why are you using the whole? I know this stuff. I'm like, this is our set. Some of you, I literally saw them using like 3 songs on our set. And when I heard the arrangement, I was like, that's our new arrangement. You're using it. You're using it. Why? I don't see that happening in R&B and pop. I'm about to go, but I literally played a jazz gig with an artist because I did play jazz. I don't do it as much now, but I used to play a lot of jazz. And we did a set at a bar and grill, whatever, some restaurant. We set up, I rolled my rig in, everybody started playing, and people was bobbing their head. Next thing you know, they called the main guy, the saxophone player, off stage. And if he's watching, he know I'm telling the truth. And they said, hey, yo, well, I'm just going by what he told us because I was on stage trying to figure out what's going on. When he came back, he was like, hey, y'all, we can't do the gig. And I was like, why? Turns out they needed a special license to actually play covers. So we couldn't do covers in this place because they, don't do that. You have to pay, which is something else I think church, they do. A lot of churches do have licenses to play and perform artist stuff. That's true. But what you don't have license to do is actually use their recorded material for performances. That's the part that y'all miss. When you actually played these people's stuff and you didn't go about it the right way to secure those files and that recorded stuff, if it's not you didn't go about it the right way, that artist can still get you for copyright infringement because you using stems that you did not pay for. And when you pay for it, I know for a fact, because when I did multi-tracks, it was some stuff they had me saying, you agree to agree. You literally have to have permission to use that stuff to perform it. So if you didn't go about it the right way, you got it through Raquonius or something, whatever name y'all be coming up with nowadays. That is a shot at young people because they didn't have that kind of junk when I was coming up. But still, if you went through your boys that be selling and shedding all sorts of crack stuff, you literally was doing copyright infringement and you're hurting the artist. Because even if we could make money off of it, you've taken that ability from us. I don't think we should. I think we should take that away. I think if you do a song that you didn't write, you need to pay that artist a good rate. I think that. I think most churches, believe it or not, some churches go on and start doing their own stuff. Good for you. I think if you do somebody else recorded stuff, you shouldn't have a license to protect you. But it seems a lot of laws protects a lot of stuff. And I'm about to go, but this part messed me up. I researched this. Did you not know that a prophet can come to your church and say, if you give XYZ, you're going to become a millionaire? In any other place, you literally said an exact amount and you gave an exact outcome. If you sow, they say so, if you give it, if you give them money, and this doesn't happen in anywhere else, that is, you could go to jail for that. That's fraud. But in church, they can say this stuff. You give it, nothing happens. And honestly, because it's a religious event, they can say, nah. And it's hard to prove. Why did I look it up? Because I was on YouTube and somebody was going at a couple of one of these people that I won't name. And that blew my mind. I didn't know that. You literally are protected a lot when you're in church, and that's great. You're protected from a lot of stuff. Not everything, but nevertheless, a lot. That was weird to me. But all I want to say is, and I'm gonna leave, but let's just do better with that. Let's not, you said that's how it goes. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't understand it. But let's just, I wasn't trying to take shots at people, and I'm certainly not one to take shots at young people. I have my thoughts, but most of them are positive. But then there are some things that should be held accountable. But I don't hate young musicians. I don't hate young musicians. I actually have gone on record as saying they inspire me musically. Musically, you inspire me. We got a whole nother conversation about some other stuff. But musically, you are very inspiring. You've taken what you've been presented and you've gone to the next level, which is the way it's supposed to be. I'm not one to try to hold you back. I'm not one to say, oh, y'all need to be doing it. Y'all need to be doing this. There's some areas for improvement, and you have to be willing to hear OGs tell you those areas. We live in an era, especially with us as Black people, where nobody can say nothing. Nobody can say an opinion. Nobody can say anything because the first thing you want to do is get triggered. And then you become disrespectful. It doesn't have to be that way. We don't mean you harm, because if you are future, I want to see us be better. I want us to see you guys be better than what we were. I want to see that. And you can't be upset if somebody who's an OG says yada yada, and we try to point you in the right direction. You don't want to hear it. So now you turn it into, oh, the OG's always hating. We ain't hating on you. You ain't did nothing. And then if you're not listening, you ain't gonna do nothing. If you're not listening, the only ones that are out here really doing it are the ones that actually listen to somebody, because make no mistake about it, you ain't getting gigs on your own merit. Y'all not showing up to these auditions. Somebody's putting you on. Somebody's got to vouch for you. So if we say you got to be a better professional, somebody somewhere has to vouch for your professionalism. That's not hate. And you say they're gatekeepers. You can't spell gatekeepers because you're struggling on a part and lose. You can't spell gatekeepers. You don't know what it means to gatekeep. You can't spell it. You can't define it. You just say a word like narcissist. Everybody's a narcissist. You can't give me 10 things that a narcissist does, but you say narcissist. Nobody's gatekeeping you. The only person that can stop you from getting in said gates is you. They ain't stopping you from, man, one thing I can tell you, if somebody wants you, ain't nothing somebody gonna say that's gonna change their mind. For real. If they, no matter, you could be the biggest hellion on the face of the planet, and that person could be ringing the doorbell, red flags all over the place. Oh my God, no, no, no. If that person wants you, they ain't gonna try to hear it. So stop it. Stop it. There's no gatekeeping out here. Nobody's gatekeeping. If they don't want you, they just don't want you. There's too many musicians out here catching work. And if you thinking OG's the reason why, nah, it's not it. It's not it. It's you. It's you. So I don't want to hear nothing about the OGs hating. I can think of a couple. One y'all already know, but not over here in these parts. I want you guys. I want you to do well. I want most of you. Some of you not deserving of it because you still in the rut. You're not there mentally and professionally to get there. And it's frustrating because when you try to impart wisdom or knowledge to some people, and they just take what you say and distort it and just kind of turn into hellions. And of course, but that don't mean, I'm hating on you. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. All right. So all minds clear. I'm pretty sure. Now I'm gonna keep this one up. I know it's gonna last this 30 days. Don't be up here trying to make it seem like I'm saying. And then somebody said, "Oh, you backtracking." I was clear on what I said. I never wavered. You try to make this be something that I'm not trying to take it. It's why? Why are you doing that? I'm not trying to be negative. I'm saying you literally are taking the exact thing we recorded. You're not playing. You're spacebar. So anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here and I'm gonna continue with the rest of my night. I wonder did the Lakers win? Who won that game, y'all? Who won that game? I'm gonna find out. But I'm gonna jump off of here. I love you guys. Take care.